Hey y'all, it's Jeremy Osterberger with BIC Magazine. We're here at the ACC Perspectives Conference 2024 here at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. I'm really excited to be on stage with my friend Scott Tanley. Scott, how are you today?
Man, I'm here. It's great. What an amazing event we're at today, and so good to be with you this morning.
Scott, tell everybody what you're doing at Kent. What's your role at Kent?
USA Operations Vice President, based in Houston, Texas, which is our headquarters for the Americas.
Scott, I know what Kent is, but a lot of our audience does not. Can you just give us a quick history of the business? Been around 60 years.
Well, in the Americas, we've been here 60 years. It's over 100 years in terms of the history of the company. Again, headquartered for the Americas in Houston, Texas, in the energy center of, the capital of the world. We do have other operations along the Gulf Coast. We'll talk about those here in a little bit. But, we are in the traditional energy space, conventional energy, things of that nature. But we also are forward-thinking and forward-looking, supporting the greener and renewable energies of tomorrow.
So let's get into that. What are your core services, Scott? How are y'all serving the industrial space?
Well, we have, here in the Americas, we have three primary verticals. We have a consultancy arm. We do a full complement of EPC services, that's engineering, procurement, and construction. And then we have a very robust commissioning, completions, and startup service line as well. More globally, we get into operations and maintenance.
I'm going to stop and go globally for a second. Scott, talk about where your other offices are and your presence outside of Americas, just as people get a good sense of the international.
So the corporate headquarters is based in Dubai. We operate globally. We have an APAC operation. We have a center of excellence in terms of engineering in Mumbai, also in Bogota. We are in Europe and also in the Middle East.
Okay, yeah, fantastic.
And as well as Australia.
And Scott, when I dig into Kent even more, I want to talk a little bit like, are there any some notable projects or things that have happened here in the last few years, or opportunities coming up that really folks need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, very interesting. One of the legacy projects that's probably on everybody's mind in the U.S. Gulf Coast was GCGV, and Ken had the opportunity and the privilege of providing our services for the commissioning, completion, and startup on that facility. We have a very long relationship with many of the blue chip owners in the refining and chemical space. A couple of things that we do alliance work where we will do embeds and program teams for engineering and EPC services. And those are sustainable, long-term type of ventures for us with those customers. We have headcounts that peak well over 200 and 300 on some of those programs. But we also do a lot of standalone projects where we will do front-end work in terms of process and feed and carry that through into detailed design, procurement, and then into a construction solution. Hopefully, it'll pull through into our commissioning, completions, and startup services as well.
That makes a lot of sense, Scott. And for folks that aren't aware, GCGV is Gulf Coast Growth Ventures in Gregory, Texas.
That is correct. And, building on that, we have operations in Corpus Christi. We have offices and teams there that present more of a local, regional type of service. But we have Lake Charles also, which is a recent new office that we've opened, and many other offices to come in the near term.
That's cool. Scott, thanks for the update on Kent, and we appreciate you being on stage here at the ECC.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeremy. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. One other thing, Scott, if people want to learn more about Kent, where should they go?
Well, they can go to our website at www.kentplc.com, but they can also tag me in this video or reach out to me on LinkedIn at any time.
Thanks, Scott. Always great to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.